First, recall from year 8 that A intersect B, the intersection is the set of things in both A and B, whereas the union, A union B, is the set of things in A or in B or in both A and B, which we've seen before in the context of Venn diagrams. Given a Venn diagram with two sets A and B, the intersection is this part in the middle, whereas the union is everything inside the circles. So we're going to use this, we're going to apply this to shading regions of the complex plane corresponding to, well, yeah, we're going to use this to shade regions of the complex plane. So given this region, it's the intersection of these three sets, we want to shade this region in the complex plane. So first of all, the first set is the set of complex numbers z such that the modulus of z minus 4 minus 2i is less or equal than 2. So the less or equal than matters, because remember, when you're shading regions involving inequalities, if it's less or equal than, you'll have a solid line, and if it's a strict inequality, less than or greater than, you'd have a dashed line. So we're going to need a solid line. What kind of what's the locus of point satisfying this? Well, it's a circle centered at 4 plus 2i of radius 2. So if we go along to 4 plus 2i, which is here somewhere, we want a circle centered at this point of radius 2, so it just touches the x-axis at this point here, 4, and this is 4 plus 2i. Okay, and then we want the points where the modulus of 4 minus z minus 4 minus 2i is less or equal than 2. That's going to be inside the circle, because this is saying the distance of z from 4 plus 2i is less or equal than 2. So the distance is 2 everywhere on the circle, and it's less than 2 everywhere inside the circle. So this disk, this closed disk, including the boundary, the circle, is the first set. So if we just wanted to shade this, we just shade everywhere inside the circle. But then we won't do that just yet, because we'll draw all three regions first. The next region is the point z and c such that the modulus of z minus 4 is less than the modulus of z minus 6. So here's 4, and then 6 is over here, because this point here is 6 plus 2i, and we want, so the distance between z and 4 is less than the distance between z and 6. So this is a perpendicular bisector, so if we draw the perpendicular bisector, and it goes through 5, it's dashed because it's a strict inequality. We need, well, the distance from z from 4 is less than the distance of z from 6, so z is closer to 4 than it is to 6. So this inequality, we would shade this side of this line. So I can extend the line a bit more. So everything to the left of this line is this second set. So the intersection of these two sets is everything inside the circle or on the boundary of the circle to the left of this line. And then the final set, we want the complex numbers such that their argument such that the argument of z minus 2 minus 2i is less or equal than pi by 4. So 2 plus 2i, that's over here. So and we've got a strict inequality, so I can draw a line here, parallel to the real axis, and the argument we want to be between 0 and pi by 4. Well, if it's pi by 4, you can check that we're going to go through this top point on the circle. So we want everything in between these two lines, everything in this region here for this third inequality. So if something is satisfying all three things, it must be inside the circle, or on the boundary of the circle, to the left of this dashed line, this vertical dashed line, and between these two solid lines, which is this region that I'm shading here. So that's the answer. And if you want to check whether you might have the right region, you can always pick a point inside this region and see if it does satisfy all of these three inequalities, which might help you know if you've got the right region or not. If instead we had the union of these three sets, what would we shade? Well, we'd shade everything inside the circle, we'd shade everything to the left of this line, so this entire region here where my hand is would be shaded, and we'd shade everything between these two lines. So the only things that wouldn't be shaded if we shaded the union would be this region where I'm putting an X, and if we extend this a bit more, then this region up here wouldn't be shaded, and that's and that's it.